Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In a moment I'm going to ask you to pause the video, and I want you to go downstairs and comment telling me what you instinctively think when I mention the band McFly. Don't think too much, just be brutally honest with yourself. What's your immediate reaction when I mention McFly? Ready? Pause. The reason I ask is that I went to the McFly 10th anniversary concert at the Royal Albert Hall last weekend, and it was so good! Now, I've been to see McFly before, and I've been a fan for a long time, but I've never been prouder than I am right now to be a part of this fan base. And yet, I still feel like McFly are a bit of a joke to some people. I still feel like some people will have commented saying, yeah, they're alright for a pop band, or not bad, but a bit embarrassing. And I just don't know why. Let's examine some of the facts, shall we? They've been together 10 years. 10 years! In this modern music industry, that's an achievement in itself. I mean, can you think of another manufactured pop band that have been together for 10 years? Not Steps, not S Club 7, not JLS, not Atomic Kitten, not Girls Aloud, not A1, not Five, not Spice Girls. Have I said Spice Girls? Not either incarnation of Take That. Thing is, just to stay together for 10 years and make 6 albums and come out the far end stronger than ever before with a more dedicated fan base and a better idea of who you are musically is not nothing. It's a pretty impressive achievement given the way the music industry is today. And let's not forget that they were actually without a major record label for a period of time during that 10 years. So they were helped to get together by the management team of Busted. So they may not be the edgiest, most pretentious, most artistically credible band in the whole world. Neither were the Beatles to begin with. Yeah, I went there. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying they're as good as the Beatles. I'm not saying they've achieved as much artistically. I'm not saying that they're as inventive or as groundbreaking or as instinctively musically talented as the Beatles. What I'm saying is that no one laughs at the Beatles for being a pop band, which they were. So why should anyone laugh at McFly for being a pop band, which they are, and have never denied being? Now, obviously, the commercial pressures in the music industry are so different now than they were 50 years ago that it doesn't really make sense to compare the two bands like for like in terms of what they've achieved over a certain time period. But my point is simply this, that McFly are now just as legitimate, just as credible a band as the Beatles ever were. McFly have made 6 albums, all of them slightly different, all of them interesting. They all have great songs on them. They all have really impressive musical performances from each and every member of the band. And some bits and pieces of them are, get me, really terrific. They played for 2 hours the other night, not a single song that I didn't like. And that's something. There's some footage from the gig on my second channel if you want to go and check it out. I'm not saying you have to love them. I'm not saying you have to like pop music. I'm not saying you have to start listening to the radio. In fact, don't. It's rubbish. But what I am saying is that I think it's about time people started giving McFly a bit of respect for being a proper band, which they are. I think it's time people stopped laughing at people for liking McFly. And I think it's time people stopped holding against McFly the fact that they had a professionally and successfully managed commercial start to their career as a pop act. They're at a position now where they've got a stronger, more engaged fan base than I think any other band in the world. There's thousands, maybe millions of people around the world who genuinely adore McFly. Their next album they're producing themselves. They're in a strong artistic position. Presumably they're alright for money. They can now go on to become one of the biggest, best bands in the world if they keep going the way they are. And I think people should start taking them seriously. So there you are, that's all I've got to say. Now, exciting news time. I've finally figured out how to work the new live streaming feature on YouTube. It's so much more complicated than the old one. But I figured it out, and that means I can finally do another of my live online gigs. I'm so excited because I love doing them. I haven't done one for ages. So I'm going to be doing it this Saturday night. Check in the description for details and follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up to date. Time for an end clip.
I am Georgetown, and George is really cool. Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. Bye.
Hi, I'm George. Congratulations on making it to the end screen, during which I will be surrounded by this rather fetching frame. Subscribe to my channel by clicking the link below, and if you liked this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up icon. It helps my stuff get seen. There's links in the description so you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And here is an old video of mine. I don't know which. I'm speaking to you from the past, you see. But why not click on it? You might enjoy it. You never know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.